Listen to the sound, the CLP.
Hip hop is entertainment from day one. That's why early out in the 80s it was all party and fun. Now the psyop began in the 90s, and it happens for me to fall in love with hip hop in 93, right? But if they had that meeting took place in 91, they had to set the foundation before that. While watching how hip hop was cultivating, because look at it, the 80s, yo. I know they had the battle raps, people going at each other, but they wasn't killing each other. They were going at each other lyrically, testing your abilities, see your strength and weakness, and get at you. That's the 80s. Party, groups. If you notice, all the groups. I ain't grew up in America in the 80s. I grew up in Jamaica. But I came to America, fell in love with hip-hop, and I look at the history. When you love something, you study it and look at the history. And I look at the 80s, and look at how hip-hop started. There was a camaraderie. And even if they were like beefing each other, they were this group against this group, you know what I'm saying? And people were spitting bars and going at each other and stuff. But since they said that meeting happened in 91, you know, the pipeline of the prison, and they're gonna use the music to engineer the reality of society. You know, they're gonna use the music to engineer society. And look at the jail thing. Look at the situation is in the streets. We're blinded by hunger. We're blinded because we're hungry with ambition. You know what I'm saying? They look at the entertainment, right? And they're telling you how they got success a certain way, but it's just a story. Now, part of the Matrix mind game. Because we all have a story. We all want to be successful. But who wants to be trapped? But yet they give us trap music. And even before trap music, I say when things took that shift after Biggie died, what was Nori and them talking about? Laundromat trap. Where we hustle up. But the crazy thing is though, I remember having a conversation with my boy Dave. My boy Dave in Job Corps, right? And he was like, what's real? What is real? You know what I mean? What is that? Because remember, in the 90s, all the rappers were talking about being real. And it was tense, and people would tell their story. It was tense, and people that was in the mix is intense. You know what I'm saying? So, 99, at the end of all of that, the psyop is running. I don't know. I'm 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, 18, going on 19. The psyop is running. And my boy David like, yo, Paul, what's real, man? I'm like, real is reality. You know, this is the life. And it turns out to be that. But the music wasn't real. Because they were selling you this fantasy. Because of their dealings and their contracts that they signed, they're trying to say this fantasy is real and you have to be this in order to get respected. Intense, man. You know what I mean? If you look through the 90s, the music were great because it was demanded to be great and you have to be authentic with the music. But it was part of the psyop. It was the beginning of the change. You know what I'm saying? Come on, tell your story. You gotta be real. And when people make stuff up, they get called out and you never hear from them again. Or you see them on the background somewhere, right? Now fast forward to the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? In the first decade of 2000 was the setting of the psyop where they were changing everything now. From real, you have to be real, to just give an impression that you're real. You know what I'm saying? You have to make that character and build that character up. And that's the whole part of the psyop. Because if most of the main artists that's on top, and they're not real, they're just making things up, being an entertainer, you know what I'm saying? Painting pictures and being real good at it. That's part of the psyop, because they signed these contracts, and it's crazy that 90% of them not even rich, because you get that one big check in the beginning of your career, and if you don't hustle hard or don't work hard, you really don't get no other checks. You get some small ones, or no check at all, from all the stories I've been hearing. You know what I'm saying? So number one out of all of this, from 93 to now, because I'm 43 in a week, right? From 93, when I'm 13, and I fell in love with hip-hop, to 43 now, through all my research, all my studies, and I see what it is. I see it for what it is. If all those stories are made up, and most of your rappers are just playing a character, all you rappers, I would say, playing a character, all the major main rappers are playing a character, and the true ones you don't see no more, because they refuse to partake. Think about that shit. Where's Most? Where's Most Def at? Yo, Jeru. Come on, man. Then all other lyricists, where they at? Underground. There's always gonna be an underground. It's been there from day one. And that's where the true essence of the culture always will be. You know what I'm saying? Nas said in that 50th birthday, hip-hop underground now is above ground. But the psyop went from underground to above ground to mainstream. It's the number one music in the world, right? But it coincides with the world domination and all that one world shit that they talking about. Think about that shit, you know. There's drill music all across the world. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, it is all entertainment, y'all. Kids, everybody, it's all entertainment. It's not real. What is real is you and your life that you're living. Now, that's real. Listen, you hear about all these people signing contracts, and you hear the stories behind all that stuff. Are you willing to partake in that? Everything you hear? And if you haven't heard nothing, there's a lot of stories out there. And there's one saying, Ayad, I will always keep in mind, right? Wherever there's smoke, there's fire. So if you hear something will go on, something is going down. If it's not that, just close to that. You know what I mean? So be entertaining, be entertainment. Don't be the entertainment.